Play. I can't play. Play. Yes, ma'am. Play.
What is good, beautiful people? I'm your host, Kinglionoflocs, and we're back with another review movie. I told you guys I was gonna probably do another one back to back because Spider-Man kind of got me in a chokehold right now, and I needed to get a movie. I needed to get a video out. I promise you guys for these next couple of days we will go back to gameplays, and actually, I do like doing reviews, but like, these movies are kind of old. These movies you guys have already seen probably, which probably works out. But like, if you guys haven't, you can take my reviews. But that's neither here nor there. But without further ado, I wanted to do a review of a movie I saw a while back ago. It's not really spooky in terms of like slasher, but there is killing. It's more of a thriller type head scratcher type movie. It's called The Menu. And it's basically a synopsis of it is these band of rich people go to this Chef Ramsay type of estate, basically, where they are making them one last good meal before they shut down. And as people are going there, they realize that these menus are getting a little bit too personal. And the things that they're giving them have information that they should not have. And then as they try to escape, they get killed. And so watching that, I was interested. I was like, you know what? This sounds like that was just a trailer, right? So I was like, I need to go watch this movie because this seems interesting. I'm a foodie, and to think that this place that I was told had the best food ever is going out of business, I will probably do that. Now, apparently, they only gave certain people these tickets for this place. Like, they were specifically looking for these people. So if I was told that after watching this movie, okay, so before watching this movie thinking that, hey, I've been specifically picked out to come eat one last meal, I would be so down for that. After watching this movie, no, you're gonna have to just miss me. You got to post your recipe online so I can make it myself. But without further ado, let's get into it with the review of The Menu. So we have 6 rich assholes that, like I mentioned before, have been specifically chose to come to this restaurant for their one last meal. One of the actors of the movie, he plays the Riddler from the old from the Riddler from the old Gotham series where we had like Kid Batman. He's there, and he is also a foodie. He hires a arm candy, an escort, if you will, to come with him because his wife, I believe, divorced him, or is either his wife or his girlfriend had divorced him or just broke up with him. And so he had one last ticket, and he was told that he could not go without this lady. So what did he do? He got him an escort, fill in the spot. Margot is the said escort. She was his unexpected +1. They have to take a boat to this island. It's like I mentioned before, it's like Chef Ramsay on steroids. Like, let's say Chef Ramsay had the money to have his own island. This is the island Chef Ramsay would be on. It's called a Hurtin Island, Hurtron Island. It's an island that basically has all the best ingredients. They have cultivated their own livestock and everything, just getting everything to chef's kiss. Everything on that island, chef's kiss. The meat, chef's kiss. The veggies, chef's kiss. The edibles, fresh kiss. Chef's kiss. Fresh kiss? Anyway. So on the way to the island, they take this expensive ass yacht, and already out the gate they give them gel. And so I would probably have to go back into it to get the details of the gel of the first meal, which I think I could probably watch that somewhere. But if I can, I'm gonna see. But like, it's basically just gel, and so they're gelling, and they made it such a big admit. And I specifically wrote down they are gelling in all capital letters because I was like, you know what, they just let you know what they're doing. They're gelling. So the main character, like I mentioned before, the guy that plays the Riddler, I'm gonna put his name down because at this moment I didn't care about him. He was not important enough to keep his name. Only Margot was important. Like, and then in the trailer, they showed Margot being the important person. And I'm sure down the road I do carry his name. But anyway, we'll call him a super fan. So the super fan, the foodie guy, he is the one that foodie guy, the food guy, the main character guy. I'm mad I don't have his name. I'm gonna have to hold on a second. Our main character Tyler and his escort Margot. Tyler is a super fan of the chef, which, you know, they didn't give the chef's name. He was just chef. And so, well, chef is played by Ralph. I got the names down here, but yeah, so if I look down, it's because I'm trying to remember the names. So Tyler is a super fan of chef, and he is our Gordon Ramsay type. He's our Gordon Ramsay, basically. We're gonna call him Gordon. That is his actual name. His name is Gordon. Redcon that. Yeah. It's at this moment I realized this is actually a Gordon Ramsay murder movie. So like the main quote unquote bad guy we get introduced is the chef. As Gordon is having his team prepare the meal, he's telling them that, hey, I want you guys to taste the food. Don't just eat it. Like if you just bite it and then just swallow it, you miss out on all the flavors. And as a foodie, I felt that because there are days when like the food is not popping and I'm like, okay, I just need to eat this. I just need to make a turd. But then there are days like if I go to like, okay, so there's this place called Yummy Bowl where I live, and it's like Mongolian food, and you can make it and everything. It gives me that weebish anime feel. And I know this is a tangent, but bear with me. And as watching them make that food and it comes to me, I'm eating that shit like, oh, I'm busted. Like I damn near kind of want it now. Like after we go finish this review, I'm probably going there. But like that food is just busting, and like you just can't eat it quickly. You gotta enjoy it and savor the flavor. And so that's what Gordon's telling them, because all these rich folks, they just are consuming. They're just consuming. Like we got like movie star, which played by John Levin. I don't remember his name. He's the dude that always plays the stereotypical Puerto Rican guy. Where he was also in the old Super Mario movie. But anyway, he's a movie star, and so they just, everyone there are just consuming things and they don't take the time to enjoy it. And so the Gordon is telling them that, hey, enjoy this meal. You're gonna like it. Like, don't just eat it. I hated the cast, not gonna lie to you. I really only liked Margot and Chef's character. Margot, she was just there just to be there, and so she was kind of funny with it. And Chef, while he was stern, he was like Gordon Ramsay. And so like watching Hell's Kitchen, I always like watching Gordon Ramsay talk shit. I don't know why. But the rest of the cast members, you can take them or leave them. I was like, okay, who are we killing off first? They were people who I was okay with seeing them die, to be completely honest with you. So we get introduced into the appetizer. So after we had the little gel, you know, we're gelling. Remember that, we're gelling. We get to the next scene where they give them appetizer, right? And the menu, the best part about this movie that I love so much, like I know this is supposed to be a scary movie, but like we aren't even there yet. I'm still in the food part. Like I'm mouth watering, so bear with me. So like we get to the appetizer, and the appetizer is breadless bread plate, right? So you only get the sauce and you get no bread. And like one of the motherfuckers was like, hey, can I get some bread? And all of the chefs stopped what they were doing and looked over. Like, did this motherfucker come asking for bread from a breadless bread plate? Now, I know y'all are asking, why the fuck did they get a breadless bread plate? Who asked for that? But I need you to shut the fuck up because it's a breadless bread plate. You don't get to choose the menu. The menu is made for you. So when he offers you a breadless bread plate, you bust some and eat that shit. But they were like, no, I need some bread with this. And they weren't having it. We weren't having it. You get no bread. We don't have that here. At this moment that we get, Chef comes down and he says that, hey, I would like to introduce you guys to someone. And he brings his mother along with us. His mother is not the worst person, but you could tell she was the worst person ever. She's in the corner, smoking a cigarette, drinking her bottle that does not seem to to empty of wine. She just keeps chugging this same cup of wine, and you know it's a different cup, or like she's just getting drunker, because she starts up, like you can kind of see her a little bit, and then as the movie progresses, she starts to lay down, and then just she's blacked out drunk. But the cup doesn't change. Like, I know it's changing because you can see her in the background drinking it, but when you cut to her, that motherfucker's back up. Like, it's crazy to me. It really is. Every meal is tied to a certain story. So Chef tells this very interesting and very impactful story about how he stabbed his father. Apparently his father was drunk, and so his father was attacking him and his mother and his brothers, and he took it upon himself and to kill that son bitch. Tacos? Anyone want tacos? Anyone? Does anyone want tacos? Because that is the next meal. Taco Tuesday. So they're giving them tacos, and again, the menu of it, tacos, I really need to see if I can find still images of this meal and the listings of it. It's just, it's delicious. Oh, like, and I went to that movie theater very, very hungry, we'll say. And going into that movie very, very hungry, we'll say, I was not prepared to how hungry that movie made me. Fill in the blanks of the hungries. Everyone was enjoying the meal but Margot. And Margot wasn't trying to eat that. She's like, hey, can I see the menu because I want to order something else? And they weren't having it. And at that moment, Gordon got so mad at Margot that he called down like an understudy down to the field and was like, hey, you made this meal for her and she's not eating it. So what does that tell you? Your food is just not good. And ripped this poor man apart so much so Margot does not like the food. And she keeps insisting to look at the menu. Let's use that part. Goddamn. Margot keeps insisting to look at the menu to the point of which Gordon calls down the understudy that made her food and was like, hey, she doesn't want your food. She does not like your food. She's saying that your food shit. It sucks. And tearing this poor man apart to the point of which he goes and he kills himself. Our first body is one of the chefs. And they're like, the rest of the people, they're like, what the fuck? We need to get out of here. This man he's breaking people down to the point at which they're killing each other and he's not letting us leave. And so one of the older members of the crew, I think his name is Richard. I think he's Richard. Richard is leaving. He's trying to leave out of here. And as he's leaving, one of the chefs, like assistant chefs, I think it's like, sous chef? I think it's sous chef. The assistant chef told him he could not leave, and if she tried to leave, they would have to make sure that she could not leave. And he kept trying to leave, and so they bent him down and they cut his fucking finger off. And was like, hey, sit your ass down. No one is leaving until you enjoy this nice meal that this man and this team had painstakingly made for all of you some bitches. And I'm upset. I was upset because like I'm 100% for them. I'm 100% for the chefs because they sent y'all a plate, a breadless bread plate, and all you had was the sauces and y'all gelled and you didn't even like, you liked the gel, but you didn't like the bread plate. And then you had a problem with the menu. I was like, you know what? I don't like these people right now. These meals and the Taco Tuesday, fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. You can kill them all. You can kill them all if you ask me. But yeah, they cut Richard's finger off, which come to find out, Richard was a sugar daddy for Margot. He had paid her money to, just to be there, be around his arm and make him look good. It's at this moment, Chef Ramsay tells people that, hey, you guys cannot leave. There is a reason as to why only you have been asked to join here. And as he's getting ready to give his big reveal speech, Margot walks away. And at the beginning part of this movie, they see Margot and they notice that Margot is not who was on the list. She was not supposed to be here. And so everyone is like, all of the chefs and the sous chef are like, hey, are you okay? Do you need to be here? Are you on our side? Who are you with us? Or are you with them? And Margot is like, I'm just here trying to get a plate. I'm just here to eat. And like, they're just trying to figure out, okay, we understand that you're here to eat, but are you with us? Are you with them? And Margot is like, I'm literally here just trying to get a plate. She goes off into the bathroom while the chef is giving his big reveal, and he stops and he goes into the bathroom and is like, hey, are you with us? Or are you with them? And she's like, what the fuck do you mean about that? And he goes in, he's like, all these people they were called here specifically for this event. You were not on this list. Are you with us or are you with them? And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just here to get a plate, like I said. And he's like, okay, fine. I need you to come back and you need to sit down. And that is when he gives the reveal that everyone here will die tonight. From the chefs to himself to his mama to all of these 6 motherfuckers are dying here tonight. It is one last hurrah because they have all squandered their money. They have consumed everything, but without tasting it, has drove the chef mad. And he is done with it. He says, I'm done here, but before I go, I'm taking out all of you because every time you guys have came here, you guys have not enjoyed the food. You have complained. You have said that you wanted to take food back. You have asked for things and even seasoned it when it didn't need to be seasoned. He was livid about this. And so, yeah, he was just upset because his food, he felt like did not deserve to only be shared with the rich and the people that can afford it because they did not enjoy it. They soured the food that he created. And so he was done with this world. He was like, I want to leave. I have convinced my crew to leave with me, which is a crazy thing. And we're taking you people out with us. At this point, like I mentioned, Granny, like I said, Granny has been steadily getting fucked up. As I mentioned in the background, it's at this point that Granny is my 3rd favorite character. It's like Margot and Chef and then Granny because her drunk ass just be in the background just getting lit and that motherfucker does not go anywhere. She be getting turned, she drinks it, and I swear to you, it's back to being a full glass. I don't know what they were doing, what special glass and what special wine they had, but Granny was in the background just crumping. She was just getting drunk and that motherfucker lit. As we keep continuing on with our meals and everything, Granny getting drunk, we find out that Margot's actual name is not Margot. She's actually Erin. Margot is an alias for her, her escort time. It's like it's her stripper name, basically. A Trinity isn't actually a Trinity. A Trinity is an Amanda. Anyway, in this halfway mark of the movie, we are given an exercise because, you have all that food weighing down. If you want to continue to enjoy the rest of the meal, you need to work that off. As well as the chef tells them that, hey, if you want to survive and you want to leave and you think that you can, all of the men can go run and play hide and seek. And if we cannot catch you, goddamn, whatever this eyelashes is in my eyes driving me crazy. If we cannot find you, you guys are free. But if our people catch you, you're going to die. And so as Chef is giving this this spiel about this, one of the guys runs off and he lets them know that, hey, you guys can, I guess now that he's left, you guys can go. And so the women stayed there and the women had a time to talk to some of the other women's chef, the female chefs. There we go. Female chefs. So the women stay behind and talk to some of the other female chefs. There we go. And we were like, hey, do you guys really want to do this? Do you sure you want to go out and this blades of glory killing us as well as killing you? And they talked to one of these ladies, one of the women there, and she was like, this was my idea. What are you talking about? I thought of the killing. I thought of the whole offing, all of us. Chef just wanted to kill himself. I was like, no, let's kill you. You can kill you, but we're going to die too. And we're going to kill them. And that's like fucked up. And they like the one person they thought they could convince about this was the motherfucker that planned this planned this part of it from the beginning. Cause they were perfectly content with just killing themselves off and killing Chef. But they didn't even think about killing off the rich assholes until she thought of that plan. That was crazy. And that was funny to me. I got a good chuckle out of that. I hearty deep chuckle because they had nobody. They were all gonna die. Like, y'all don't understand. I did not like this cast. This movie, besides the food, now that I'm looking at the review, besides the food and Margot and Chef and his mother, I did not like this movie. I can tell by my review of it because, yeah, I did not like this movie. I enjoyed the food of it, but this was not hitting for me. But I digress. And so the men all get captured. They get dragged back. Surprise, surprise. They're they ain't ran for very long, or they're old as hell, so, or obese. So like it's just all bad. I think, you know what? No, I take that back. None of them are obese. They were just either old or just didn't know how to run. And so they got easily captured and dragged back. And that's when Chef asks Tyler, we get to the part where now Chef is asking Tyler himself, the super fan, hey, you knew what was going to happen. You asked me for a ticket. You knew that you weren't on the list, but if you were so destined to come here and you knew what was going to happen, you were supposed to bring your woman with you. Why did you bring this? Why did you bring Aaron? And Tyler was like, you know, I was told I could not come without her, and I wanted to try this meal. And Aaron was like, you knew all along that everyone here was gonna die. And he was like, yeah, I knew everyone was gonna die. I knew I was gonna die, but I had to try that. I had to try that fucking meal. I had to try that fucking food. Like, but he was dick riding hard for this. And don't get me wrong, the food looked good, as I mentioned before, even though I didn't put the definite, like all the meals look good. At this moment, Gordon had enough of Tyler. He's been dick riding so hard and so vigorously that it just turned him off. And he was like, okay, I need you to cook for me. You say you're my fan. You say that you know how to cook. I need you to cook for me. And so Tyler is starting to cook, and he is fucking it up. He is the worst chef in that sumbitch. To the point of which Gordon comes up to him and is like, hey, I need you to log off. I need you to log off. And tells him basically, so hey, I need you to log off. And so Tyler was like, yes, chef. He takes off his tie, takes off his little chef jacket that they gave him, because you know they was like, you know, since you just feel like you're so much of a fan, take this chef jacket. This motherfucker took his chef jacket off because Chef was so not happy with him, displeased with him, and he went to the back of the room and himself, he completely took himself out. He was so heartbroken that Chef did not like his food, he had to take him out. Gordon has Aaron to go on a run for him to go get something, because they believe that Aaron is on their side, and she's trying to convince them that, hey, I don't want to die. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Can you not kill me? And so Gordon was like, okay, if you don't want me to kill you, then I need you to go make a run for me. My assistant chef said that something was supposed to be here and it is not. I need you to go get it. And the assistant chef was like, hey, how come I can't get it? And he's like, no, this is her task to prove that she is with us. And so he sends her off on a quest to go get something from his estate, an ingredient that they need. As Erin arrives to that place, she is nosy and she looks around and she sees that there's this bunker where their Gordon Ramsay has all of his pleasant stuff, his little happy place, if you will. And there's a picture of him when he was younger, smiling, happy, head full of hair, and enjoying eating a burger. And so he's like, hey, it's like at this moment I'm watching it now so I can see what am I missing. Actually, guys, because I had to go back, I'm actually kind of watching it now. It's still bad as I thought it was, but the food is delicious. It really is. So as I was saying, Chef had sent Aaron to his estate to go get some ingredients, and Ezla, her name is actually Ezla, not Leanne. Leanne was someone else, but Ezla is there, and Ezla doesn't trust Aaron, and so they get into a big old fight scene, and as Leanne kills Ezla, and she was like, I didn't forget, he didn't ask, and then dies. And she's like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. Why would he not ask her, but then say that he did ask her? It's weird. That whole scene didn't really make any sense to me. Aaron goes back there, and before he prepares the last final meal, Aaron was like, hey, can I, she basically asked, can he ask for something else? She's like, can I order something else? And he was like, what could you possibly order? And she was like, can I order a cheeseburger? And this motherfucker just lights up, and he was like, yes, I can give you a cheeseburger. I can make you the best damn cheeseburger ever. And he makes her a cheeseburger, and you can tell he enjoyed that bitch. Like he was making that motherfucker nice. I ain't never seen a ugly cheeseburger made with so much love and just care. That looked like a fast food cheeseburger, but like the best fast food cheeseburger you could possibly think of. And that like I'm hungry now. Like this is crazy. And he was like, she's eating that burger. She takes 2 bites of that motherfucker. It's not even a double. Like, if I remember correctly, it's like a single. Like, hold on. It is a fucking single. A fucking single burger and fries. And she ate that. Don't get me wrong, it was juicy. Like, I'm looking back at it. That motherfucker got me mouth watering. But it's juicy, right? But it's like, you smashed that bitch down and she took 2 bites and was like, I can't eat all of this. Can I by any chance take this to go? And he was like, yes, you can take this to go. And lets her leave. Lets her leave. And everyone there is just watching her take this doggy bag of burger with 2 bites in it and fries, and she's able to leave. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how? You're telling me that all we had to do was ask for a fucking burger and we can leave too? And like, as soon as she leaves, Buddy switches back to being an asshole, but he's a little bit nicer now. And he makes them the dessert. And the dessert is a s'more. But it's an elegant s'more. So like what he does, and I love this idea, even though the dessert was disgusting. Like I'm not really a s'more fan, but the meal itself was delicious. Like what he did was he tied everyone up in chocolate with a marshmallow on their head, smeared like caramel and chocolate all over on the ground with graham cracker crumbs all over the ground, and then lit it on fire and lit everyone on fire. They were the dessert. They were the s'mores. And even though I hate s'mores, that meal looked good. Like I want s'mores now, but only in that way, if you understand me. And you know, it sounds weird. It does. But like I'm okay with being a s'more like that. That shit look good. That shit look good. But he lets them go. He lets her go and turned everyone into s'mores. At the end, we have Margot on the yacht watching everyone die as she takes a bite of her burger. That's the end of the movie. Like I said, there were things in the beginning of the movie which, in terms of a scary movie, it wasn't scary. It wasn't scary. I gave it a 6 out of 10. And even then, that's like really nice. The only thing that was carrying the movie was Chef and the food. Chef, Margot, and the food. And Grandma. Grandma over in the corner. They were all carrying this movie on their fucking back. But other than that, the movie wasn't really scary. It wasn't even really thrilling. It was a food movie. It was basically Gordon Ramsay if he had enough. And I went into that movie thinking I was gonna be scared. I even went into that movie hungry, thinking I was gonna make me be scared even more, and they really didn't do that. I would tell you guys that this is probably my only time where my reviews will probably be this bad, because it just did not carry me. Like, it didn't pull me in enough. And if it's like this where I have to actively go back into the movie to watch some things back over, I probably won't add this into, I probably won't do another video about this, another video like this, because I just don't think it's going to be that good. But yeah, the movie was not all that good. I would say if you want to watch it for the food and to laugh, it's a good foodie it's a good foodie comedy movie, I think. But it's not really a thrilling movie. Yeah, you get some kills. The shock value is there, but if anyone that saw the trailer, you know that everyone's dying. So watching the chef tell someone to kill themselves or someone losing a finger, I wasn't really shocked. But let me know what you guys think. I have been your host, Kinglionoflocs. And we have, today's the 28th. Hopefully it comes out on the 28th. We have a couple more videos to go. See you guys. Peace.